give these folks a good
The following is a presentation of the HAN Network, the leader for local news, sports, and entertainment in Fairfield and Westchester counties.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Fairfield Warde High School for tonight's Coaches vs. Cancer doubleheader in boys and girls basketball on the HAN Network. Tonight, Fairfield Warde, the Mustangs, take on the Fairfield Ludlowe Falcons with John Kovac, Sean Saylor, our entire crew. I'm Rob Adams. You're just in time to meet the starting lineups as we bring in the public address announcer here. That is Gary Kuhn.
Alex McKinnon. Forward, junior, number 10, Peyton Brown. And forward, senior, number 20, Julia Bengala. The Falcons are coached by Sarah Huntington, assisted by Coach Rizzo.
So those are the Falcons being introduced, and now on come the Fairfield Warde Mustangs.
Ladies and gentlemen, now your starting lineup for your 2015-2016 Fairfield Warde Mustangs. At guard, junior, number 2, Deja Polk. Half forward, junior, number 23, Ileana Krasniqi. And at center, junior, number 15, Shania Osborne. Forward, senior, number 30, Sarah Cotto. And at guard, senior, number 4, Layla Markovich. Fairfield Warde is coached by Dave Danko, assisted by John Benzie, Steve McGillicuddy, Charles Flynn, Kathleen Rugula, Phil Heidick, and Ed Heidick.
And I bring in John Kovach right now. And John, you get a look at the Coaches versus Cancer logo on the screen, and a big night here tonight.
I'm just thrilled to be here, to be a part of this, to see the two teams, such great rivals on the field, come together to raise money and awareness for cancer. A lot of VIPs here. I've seen First Selectman Michael Tetro, Superintendent of Schools Dr. David Teitel just walking into the building now. This is going to get a lot of attention, and this crowd is just going to build as the night wears on, Rob.
This is the 5th year they have done this, and a nice event. Yes, rivalry for sure, and you want it to be a rivalry, but you want it to be a good-spirited rivalry as well.
Exactly. Give us a good, hard-fought game. Everybody's wearing pink of some sort right now. It's dedicated to Giacomo Brancato. You'll have more on that. And it's just the reminder that what goes on the court, on the field is great. There's stuff that's more important than that, and we should come together for that.
The Falcons are already on the court. Now the hometown Fairfield Warde Mustangs come out onto the floor. Warde 12-0 coming into tonight. Overall, that's in the FCIAC, I should say. 15-1 overall. Ludlowe right behind them in the East Division. 12-4, but 9-3 in the conference.
That's the tough thing for Ludlowe, is those 3 losses are conference losses. Not really helping them right now.
But Warde just on fire, as we said, throughout this year. They have been a wonderful team to watch. Their only loss to NFA.
Rob, the officials tonight, Pat McCone and Al Vasquez. Al Vasquez will be on the tip, I believe.
Ball in his hand, ready to go. Tosses it up, and we are underway. Fairfield Warde controls the opening tip. They will move from right to left in the hometown white with the black numbers outlined in red. Screens will be set for us by the crowd tonight. That's the way it goes. Not a complaint, just a fact of life. To the right side they go. Work the ball to that right side to Sarah Cotto. Cotto off to the right side to Deja Polk. Resets and gives it off to Shania Osborne. Working it down low, we get a foul inside.
Ludlowe foul is on number 20, Julia Pangallo. That's her
Julia
first.
Pangallo picks up her first foul for Ludlowe. Peyton Brown, Bridget O'Leary, Julia Pangallo, Reagan Steed, and Alex McKinnon. The starting 5 for Sarah Huntington and the Ludlowe Falcons. Out of bounds, it will stay with Warde, coached by Dave Danko. To be inbounded by Layla Markovic as she takes a look to her left. Taking a lot of time to get it. Bounce pass comes inside, right off glass, and it falls in. For Ileana Krasniqi, it's 2-0.
Hit the far rim, bounced up, and then slid back in.
Turnover, Deja Polk with the quick hands, the 5'2 junior. She drives, left blocks, off glass. Oh, it falls, and it rides the rim, and a foul.
Ludlowe foul is on number 13.
And it's on Bridget O'Leary, her first. Second team foul, and Deja Polk, 3 the old-fashioned way, with the bonus coming up here as the righty puts it up, and it's good. 5-0 off the blocks. Ludlowe in the backcourt, tipped forward at the timeline, fighting for it, stripped away. Looking good early on. Polk's got it, lobs inside as it goes up and off glass.
Warde playing like they want to put this away early. They want to run and hide and get a big lead.
Krasniqi with 4 points out of bounds. It will stay with Sarah Huntington's Ludlowe Falcons team. A 7-0 run to open the game for the Mustangs. The lob in comes all the way in to Alex McKinnon. She swings left, goes to Reagan Steed. Steed with the game-winning buzzer beater the other night. Here's the deep three. That was against Norwalk, and the rebound secured down by Shania Osborne. 7-0, just about 94 seconds gone by in the first quarter at Fairfield Warde. Chest pass goes right side to the sideline for Deja Polk. Polk, left hand on the dribble, swings back to her right, takes a look, goes up top for Kresnici. Now to the left it goes for Markovic. Up top, rims in and out, no good, and secured back down by Peyton Brown. Looking to run the other way. Down it goes to O'Leary. Off glass, no good. A little short. Now the put up and in, and a foul for McKinnon. So McKinnon gets Ludlowe on the board at 7-2.
Aggressive follow by McKinnon makes those 2 points, possibly three possible. O'Leary misses it. It bounces straight down. McKinnon just beats everybody to the rebound.
Kresnici picks up the foul, and the bonus is good. So McKinnon puts 3 on the board, and it's a 7-3 game. Into the front court, Polk looks left, goes to Kresnici, swings back to the right. There's Markovic. Markovic to the left elbow. Polk sends it across, finds Sarah Cotto. Cotto, the deep ball, and that's good. Sarah Cotto opens the lead back up to 7. It's 10-3 Warde.
Nothing you can do to defend that shot but keep the ball out of Sarah Cotto's hands.
5:30 to go in the first quarter. Sent down inside and turned over. Taken back the other way by Warde. Osborne with the takeaway. To the right side, Markovic gets to the baseline. Lob down low. Here's Osborne. It's too easy. A 9-point game. It's 12-3. Pressing in the backcourt, Reagan Steed works it forward. She gets it back, the outlet to Peyton Brown. Brown, bounce pass left, little pull up from 10, in and out, no good for Pangallo. They fight for it, and it goes out of bounds. Chris Canlin will also join us later in the evening, likely here for the boys' game. Sean Saylor, the rose between the two thorns tonight. Eric Gendron directing back behind us. A whole crew on hand tonight. Glad you're part of it. Fighting through the double team. Now all alone, lobbing it up in the lane is McKinnon. She has all 5 points. It's 12-5.
It's been her aggressiveness that's gotten Ludlowe its 5 points.
Triple fours remaining in the first quarter. Backed out left side by Markovic. Markovic finds down low, got it to Cotto, swings it back out Polk. Now at the elbow, the jumper in and out, no good. That was Kresnici as they scrum for it. Kresnici comes flying in, but she couldn't quite hit. A little strong off glass, and now the turnover creates a 2-on-2. Polk feeds out Markovic. She stands, throws it up, no good. Little street ball here as it's taken back by Pangallo, and they've got it in the backcourt with Steed. The outlet comes across to McKinnon. McKinnon drives to the baseline, turns around through the double team. They fight for it. Out of bounds it goes. Amanda Schramm was standing there for the Falcons, the 5'7" sophomore. 4:05 to go in the opening stanza on a Thursday night. And in the girls' game, it's 12-5 at Fairfield Warde. Bridget O'Leary will inbound for Ludlowe in the blue and the white. On the inbound, it does come in. Off the right side, no good for Schramm. And back the other way it goes with the Mustangs. Working it forward to Markovic. She goes right side, now to the free throw line. Gets to the elbow, fires back right. Goes down low, Osborne, a couple of fakes, and it won't fall, but a foul.
No question there, Pangallo all over her back.
Second foul on Julia Pangallo.
And Osborne kind of checking her nose and whatnot. I think she went down fairly hard.
This a very big night here, as we said. Coaches versus cancer. Of course, we have said this so many times, and I can't ever stress it enough. Pink has become the go-to anytime there's talk of anything related to cancer, and good reason. Breast cancer, of course, is a huge concern in our modern day society, as it should be, and the free throw up and good from Osborne. But pink, of course, it's a symbol, it's a color. We need more than just symbols and colors. We need donations. We need to raise funds. We need to do what we've got to do. As Osborne hits both, John, we've got to eradicate cancer, and we've got to eradicate it now.
As someone who's dealt with it in the family, I really hope and pray for the day that they do.
Turnover goes right side, Polk. Lead back to 9. Osborne leans in, yes. Shania Osborne has 6. It's 16-5. It's an 11-point game. The handoff goes to Reagan Steed. Steed starts her drive, gets to the left, blocks off glass. That falls.
Ludlowe basket, number 22, Regan Steed. Ward fouls on number 4, Layla Markovich.
Layla
That's her
Markovich
first.
will pick up her first foul. 3:22 to go in the first quarter, 16-7 our score. The Natalie-attired Dan Gardella is on a camera tonight for Game 1. We will work him in for Game 2 as well. We'll have a big crowd for Game number 2. Steed misses the bonus. So it's 16-7, the lead back to 9. The handoff will go now to Libby McKenna, the 5'9 sophomore. She'll swing right for Polk. Polk backs it out. As John said, his life has been touched by cancer, and I honestly can't tell you a single person whose life has not been touched by it. That's how pervasive this is. Off glass, they try it. That's no good, Markovic, and back the other way it goes. The point being, let's get it done. Right side. Working it around. They'll swing it back up top for O'Leary. O'Leary looks to her right, hands it off to Steed. Steed, a couple of fakes, has it knocked away by Polk into the backcourt. She's able to control it and take it back from left to right. Working down low, almost stolen away, and through a double team. Polk complaining about the call, but the foul indeed is a reality. And it's Deja Polk picking up her first.
She doesn't think so.
When you're 5'2", you've got a couple of advantages. Speed would be one, I would hope. 2, the quick hands. And the quick hands right there with a full timeout. We'll grab a timeout as well. 2.5 to go in the first quarter. 16-7 Warde on top of Ludlowe. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
When you experience a sports injury, you want to get better and fast. Coastal Ortho Express gives you direct access to orthopedic care quickly. Their physicians are fellowship trained in sports medicine at world-class universities and are also team doctors for area football teams. For specialized personal care of sports injuries, go to Coastal Ortho Express. Open Monday through Saturday in the iPark building, 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk, or coastalorthoexpress.com. Coastal Orthopedics, keeping you on the move.
Darien Sport Shop is a unique store because it's a family store. A busy mom can come in with kids in tow and find everything she needs for them, and even find a dress for herself for Saturday night. And if she's in a rush, she can simply go home and order it from us that night. We'll deliver it the next day. The Darien Sport Shop. We're pretty on the outside and amazing on the inside. Conveniently located with free and easy parking at 1127 Post Road, Darien, Connecticut. Or shop us online at dariensport.com.
Welcome back to Fairfield Warde. 2:25 to go in the first quarter with John Kovach and our entire crew. I'm Rob Adams. Girls game off and running, and a 9-point advantage for Fairfield Warde. Off into the left corner it goes Bridget O'Leary of Fairfield Ludlowe. Swinging off to Amanda Schramm. Schramm gets it back in the blocks, and a fight for it underneath with Olivia Parisi, the 5'10 sophomore. And she will pick up the foul. Her first. Thrown up from the right baseline, taken back the other way. And across the line comes Polk.
Ludlowe not getting that many good chances. The ones they're getting, they're not getting the fall.
Nope.
It's a bad combination.
Polk hands it off. That gets handed off to Allison Whitlock. And a whistle.
That's on Warde, I believe, Rob.
I believe so.
Warde foul is on number 23, Ariana Kresnichi. That's her second.
It's on Kresnichi.
5 on the team.
Her second. And the 5th team foul. 16-7 the score.
We're 6:20 into this game.
Osborne back in the game for
Warde has 5 fouls. Ludlowe 3.
On the inbound, O'Leary and a travel will turn it over. All kinds of trouble early on for the Falcons finding their game tonight. And it doesn't help that Warde off to the 7-0 run to get things started.
Well, this game couldn't have started. If you handed Dave Danko a bunch of blank sheets of paper and said, draw out how you want the game on offense and defense, he probably would have drawn out what happened in the first 5 minutes.
Working it down low, the turnover taken back by Peyton Brown. Brown in the backcourt, swings left to Steed. Steed goes to the left side. Now the pull-up jumper along the baseline is good for McKinnon. McKinnon has 7. 16-9. It's a 7-point game. Polk into the front court. Polk backs it out. A cool, I believe I always get this wrong. Is it GIF or GIF? Whatever it may be, as we get a whistle in the front court. If you follow us on Twitter at HAN Network CT, Josh Fisher doing his work and firing up a pretty cool GIF of the opening tip-off of tonight's game.
That is very cool. I'm looking at that.
As the foul goes up on the board against Bridget O'Leary, so she has grabbed her second for Ludlowe. Inbound, Osborne's got it, works it back out Polk. Polk's got it up top, takes a look to her right. 16-9, under 1 to go, first quarter at Fairfield Warde High School. Going left, working down low to the baseline, lobbed inside, into the blocks it goes, now into the lane, off glass from Parisi, and a whistle will turn it back. .3 remaining in the quarter. 16-9 the score. Shania Osborne did pick up the foul. In an effort of accuracy, you hesitate an extra moment before you make the announcement on the foul, and of course we're sitting across from the scorer's table. As such, we don't get to hear or see the indication as clearly. Left side, they go all the way into the corner. McKinnon, she throws it up no good to try to cut it down. And the whistle, and it goes out of bounds. 9 seconds remaining. Under 9 to go. First quarter, 16-9. Bridget Paulman on the far side, just a freshman with 3 and 2 and 1. And the shot does not get off with the turnover as the first quarter comes to an end. And Fairfield Warde, look, find something positive. The lead down to 7, and they could have cut it even more if they can hit some shots.
If somebody other than McKinnon can hit a shot.
Exactly. 1 in the books. Fairfield Warde 16, Fairfield Ludlowe 9. We're back to Fairfield Warde High School right after this as you watch the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
It's the new year. The to-do list is long and it's easy to feel pulled in many directions at once. Your professional, personal shoppers at Walter Stewart's are ready to check groceries off your list by shopping for you. Save extra time this year and spend it doing more important things. Great food and wine delivered to your home with the same-day service. Shop Stewart's online at stewartsmarket.com.
When it comes to local entertainment, we've got it all.
From movies, local artists, etiquette, and more.
Watch HAN Arts and Leisure every Thursday at 2 on the HAN Network.
Back at Fairfield Warde High School, Rob Adams, Sean Kovac, Sean Saylor keeping us company. 16-9 after 1. Eric Gendron directing, AJ Simonowski, Dan Gardella, Sean Saylor, as I mentioned, Bill Bloxham, David Teagard, and Josh Fisher, Marty Hersom rounding out our crew here tonight.
Well, I would say the first 8 minutes went exactly the way Dave Danko and the Fairfield Warde Mustangs wanted them to go, without a doubt.
The lead was as much as 11. It's back down to 7. And it'll be inbounded right in front of us by Peyton Brown of Fairfield Ludlowe. The colors and the uniforms, the very traditional looks of these two schools. Of course, Fairfield Ludlowe still far younger in its second existence, as this is thrown up from the lane and no good. Of course, this was a 2-high-school town for many years. Then it was down to just 1 high school and that's when I came in, when it was just 1 high school. This is Fairfield High School, but back to being Fairfield Warde. If you don't know, we'll explain more as time allows. Polk
This will be on the test.
to the left side. Markovic, Osborne, good.
They're just running the offense, Ward, like it's on the chalkboard.
In fact, there are still signs around this building that will say, "Welcome to Fairfield High School." Does not specify Warde or anything else. But as I said, it was once a two-high school town until about a decade ago. And a travel will turn it the other way.
A little more than that. I think it was the 90s, Rob.
No, it was the 2000s when they did it, and in fact, Sean's got it for me right here.
Okay.
Ludlowe reopened in 04, so I knew it was about a decade.
Right, I thought you were talking about when they merged. I'm
oh,
sorry.
yeah.
They were Andrew Warde and Roger Ludlowe.
Yes, and then when I started doing games in Fairfield County in the late 90s, it was just Fairfield High School. And that's how I first met Dave Schultz, now the athletic director over at Ludlowe in his last year there. A three will be hauled up here. That's a little strong. Scrum for it underneath. In fact, Dave down to our far left, one of the many here in a pink T-shirt tonight. And a 30-second timeout will be spent here with 6:44 remaining in the first half. 18-9 the score. Dave, in fact, will be honored during the boys' game tonight as he gets into the final stretch of his career as an athletic director. He will take over the FCIAC and replace John Kutzo effective next athletic school year.
Next fall.
Yes. That's a better way of saying it, but...
And he's going to do a great job. He's just a joy to work with.
Like you, I've known him many years.
I knew him when he was basketball coach here.
Yep, that's how I first met him.
When he was AD, I've known him for a long time. Full disclosure, I work with him. I coach football at Ludlowe, a side job from what I do here with the HAN network. And just a great guy, just loves what he does.
Yes.
Loves working with the kids, and everything's about making it better for the kids, making it better for his coaches so they can make it better for his kids.
I don't know if it's fair to call him a protege, but the gentleman that is the athletic director in this building has done an outstanding job as well. Pull up by Polk from the right baseline, no good. As Osborne gets it back, leans in and puts it home. Shania Osborne with 10. It's 20-9. That matches the largest lead. Seth Fry, the athletic director here now. And again, like many of the ADs we've gotten to know, just one of the really good people and so helpful, so good to us. Off the left side, fighting in was McKinnon, and it's stripped away, the foul called.
Living in Fairfield, I deal with these guys a lot. Seth is just a joy to deal with.
Layla Markovic picks up her second foul and the 7th team foul. Alex McKinnon to the line. Free throw up and no good. She is 1 out of 2 from the stripe.
She's cooled off just a little bit, and she's the only one that's had anything going for Ludlowe.
7 points so far out of 9. Second one on the way. It is up, and that is good. So she's 2 of 3, and it's 20-10. The lead back down to 10. 6:15 to go in the first half. Boys game coming up a little bit later on. Dave Schultz, in fact, standing with Matt Narwald, who did just a remarkably great job on girls volleyball with us back in the fall.
That was a fun cover. I was on camera for that game.
And we are beginning to build the spring schedule. I saw Matt a little while ago. Here's Osborne, puts it up. It's no good but a foul. So I've already talked to Matt. I said, we may have some boys volleyball matches to cover. He said, I'm in. So he'll rejoin us.
Number 24,
Alex McKinnon will pick up her first foul.
Yeah, nothing but flesh on that one.
Osborne dips down for a couple of dribbles, puts the first one up, and that is good. Bounced around, got it done. Looks all the same in the score sheet.
I mean, the one thing we need to deal with in the spring that you don't, in winter definitely, and even in fall, are the rainouts.
And thus the advantage of covering volleyball.
Well, absent Seinfeld reruns or the Odd Couple, we need something.
Good old Star Trek reruns, or Rainout Theater as it was called back in the day. Bouncing at it goes, was that Channel 9 or Channel 11?
I don't recall.
I can't remember now either, back in our old baseball days. To the near side it goes. Here's O'Leary. She backs it out, goes right side. McKinnon works it down low for Peyton Brown off glass, and then it hits off the cylinder. No good. The offensive board. They fight for it. Put home by Steed.
It looks to me like Ludlow's best success is when they work it to the perimeter, somebody cuts hard up the paint.
22-12. The lead has been as large as 12. Driving is Cotto. She got to the baseline, backs it out. An open three. That is too strong. Thrown up by Kresnici. Back the other way it goes. Steed into the front court, guarded by Polk. No time for panicking yet. Good look to McKinnon as she cut in. Off glass, too strong. But it's Steed with the putback.
Great aggressive move by Steed, who was outsized there, but went right back up.
Regan Steed now with 6, and it's 22-14. Back out on the right side. Now they'll feed all the way across. Polk an open three. Oh, that's a dagger. Polk opens it back up to an 11-point game at 25-14. O'Leary across the timeline, hands it off to Pangallo. Pangallo steps on the line. That's a little strong off glass. The offensive board was there for Steed. They fight for it. Osborne grabbed it. It's taken back by Markovic. Markovic from right to left in the white with the red and the black of Fairfield Warde. She backs it out. This is a three. That is no good. In fact, an air ball that Osborne is able to save, but she threw it back into O'Leary. O'Leary across the timeline. Now the pull up. Nope. Off the front of the cylinder. That's by Brown. Back it goes fighting Pangallo. No. They'll try for it again. It goes to Steed. It just kind of landed in her hands. Pangallo had it. It goes out of bounds and stays with Ludlowe. 25-14. 3:49 to go before intermission, and some fresh legs coming off each bench. Anthony Pirelli, who we've kind of gotten to know a bit. Good guy, one of the many good reporters around this area, and a lot of great sports reporters in this area. But Anthony reporting that Don Bosco has struck first on a wrister off the draw. They lead Darien 1-0 in the first period. Terrific boys ice hockey game down at the DIR. Don Bosco out of New Jersey, which is, of course, a football machine here in the Northeast.
I would love to go see them play a game.
It would be fun, wouldn't it? In football or hockey, for that matter. Up top, they work it to the right side, back it all the way out. This is Ludlowe with the offensive possession, bouncing it inside. That was O'Leary, takes it back out, goes to Steed. Steed with 3.5 to go in the first half, 25-14. Over to the far side, the handoff to Amanda Schramm. Schramm fighting through the double team, gets it to O'Leary, who drives around, throws it up, and a foul.
Number 42, Allison Whitlock. That's her first.
Allison Whitlock picks up the foul for Warde, her first. Eighth team foul. It's 25-14 with 3:19 to go in the first half. First free throw, too strong. So O'Leary gets another.
O'Leary only a sophomore.
Second free throw on the way, up, and that was short. You could see it the minute it left her hand. 0 of 2 from the line, 25-14. Tough to do when you're trying to get back into the game. They bring it across the timeline from right to left with Polk. Polk goes left, now works it back up top for Kresnici. Spins right side for Whitlock. Whitlock holds high. The ball fake on the pass. Now she'll hand it off to Polk. Polk got it, getting a screen set. Oh, the pretty drive, and she lays it in. She has 8. It's 27-14. Plays like that just aren't fair.
Oh, so beautiful.
Ludlowe goes left side for Schramm. Fighting inside, and the hands take it away, and Whitlock has got it. Gives it back to Polk. Polk with 2:35 remaining in the first half. Brings it across from right to left. Boys game scheduled for right around 7:40, 7:45, but you know how it goes. When this game is over, they'll line it up and play a second one. Polk slowing things down with 2:20 to go in the first half. 27-14 goes right side. Here's a three that rattles around, no good from Kresnici. Taken back though off the offensive board from Libby McKenna. Working the perimeter is Polk. She was guarded by O'Leary. Now O'Leary comes out and joins her. Goes to the right with a pick set for her by Kresnici. Fights inside, and it's taken back by O'Leary. From left to right come the Falcons. Down low it goes, into the block, spinning off to the right corner, driving the baseline, and the blocking foul will be called. 108 seconds before intermission here. It's 27-14.
Warde fouls on number 42, Allison Whitlock. That's her second. 9 on the team.
Whitlock picks up the foul, her second. Team's 9th. You'd never believe this is a 13-point game if I were to tell you the fouls.
Alex McKinnon at the line for Ludlowe, shooting 1-1.
Alex McKinnon goes to the line. She has 8 on the night, and she's 2 of 3 from the stripe.
Sorry, Robin, if you think about it, Warde's got 9 fouls to Ludlow's 5. Ludlowe had 2 in the first minute.
Yeah, that's very true. Outstanding information from you, Mr. Kovac. Free throw is up and good. It's what you do.
It is. I've got information for you. It may not be usable. It may not have any use, but I'll throw it to you.
Please. You and I are the repositories of useless info, and that's half the fun of it. Second free throw is up and no good. She is 3 of 5 from the stripe, and it's 27-15. Polk across the timeline from right to left. She gets the pick set, works it off into the corner. Whitlock has it. Feeds it off. Polk, right side, lobs down low. Osborne, couple of steps, gets inside, throws it up, no good. I thought maybe a travel there, but taken back by Polk.
I was looking for it.
Polk backs it all the way out. As we come down to the final 70 seconds of the first half. Left side, here's a high-ranging 3! It is good! That thing started in Milford.
I didn't think that had a chance. That was like watching a field goal hook back in.
30-15. That's when you just kind of nod and go, okay, not our night. Here's another 3. That is no good from O'Leary. Taken back the other way. Down to 48 to go in the first half. My goodness. I think she had her feet in Long Island Sound when she went to throw that ball up.
And that ball left her hands headed toward the bracket.
Yeah.
She came back because I was sitting on a line with it. That ball was headed to the angle iron.
She has another wide open shot.
She wants it again.
Foul line extended. She didn't take it. Down to 26 as they look like they are holding for the final shot. She will work her way right over, does Polk. Sarah Huntington coaching her team right there, as you might spy her. Pink sweater on. Big pink night here. 10 seconds to go first half. Taken by Whitlock. Feeds off to the free throw line. Stripped away with 4. They got to work fast through the double team. Out of bounds with 1.1. It'll be inbounded, I believe, by McKinnon, and it will be.
A lot of effort there by Warde to not get a shot off.
Cotto back. Osborne to the bench. The inbound, 1, and they didn't get the shot off. So the first half will come to an end at 30-15. John, your halftime thoughts?
It's all Warde, and it's been all Warde since the get-go.
It really has.
Since the opening tip, it's been Warde.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the first half.
30-15, our halftime score.
Table as senior basketball players Mason Rush of Fairfield Ludlowe.
We will get ready to take a timeout. We will come back to Fairfield Warde High School with our score. The Fairfield Warde Mustangs 30, the Fairfield Ludlowe Falcons 15. We're back right after this. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network. The HAN Network travels all over Fairfield County in our HAN Cruiser, covering news, sports, and entertainment.
And when we do, we make sure that our HAN Network branded floor mats are with us to keep the dust and dirt outside.
These mats get filthy, and there's only one company that can get rid of that kind of dirt.
Triple S, with locations all over Fairfield County. We're just now pulling into their Stamford facility. Rob, let's go see if Steve and Wanda can clean these mats up.
Wanda, Steve, literally thousands of feet have walked across our mats in the last 5 months in wind, rain, mud, more.
Is there any way you could make these mats look like new again?
No problem.
That's what we do here. Come on in.
For more than 50 years, Triple S has been Fairfield County's expert service for carpet, upholstery, and drapery cleaning. We provide the best in repairs and in-depth restoration, understanding fabrics and how to properly clean and restore them. Our staff will come to your home to clean your wall-to-wall carpet to perfection. We can also pick up your fine carpets and bring them to our facilities. With locations in Norwalk, Stamford, and Stratford, Triple S will get the job done fast, big or small. At Triple S, you can count on our people as well as our cleaning.
Find us at triplesclean.com or 203-847-8000.
Well, there's still a bite out on the water. Most anglers have decided to stow the gear for the winter. If that's the case, keep one thing in mind. It's always summer at the dock shop. Just because Mother Nature isn't cooperating doesn't mean you can't see the latest models of all your favorite gear. The dock shop is not your average bait and tackle store. They offer a wide array of products, including apparel, jewelry, home furnishings, and some flat-out cool stuff, all with a nautical theme, most made in the USA. With 2 convenient locations, it couldn't be easier to get your fix of summer. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, or on the web, dockshop.com.
We welcome you back to Fairfield Warde High School. Sit back and enjoy some of the sights and sounds here at halftime in the girls' game. Nice job by the crew here, straight out of Warde at Fairfield Warde High School. 30-15, our halftime score. We continue with more halftime activities right after this. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
I really wanted something that felt like a home. Coming from a big house, I wanted the feel of a home as opposed to a condo. My property taxes on my single-family home were close to $20,000 a year. Now that I've downsized and I'm in a townhome, and because of the condo tax laws, my fees have gone from $20,000 down to about $5,300 with the star exemption. There is no other townhome that compares in the area. This is where I want to be.
At the Sylvan Learning Center of Darien, experienced teachers and personalized academic support equals superior results. Our certified teachers uncover skill gaps, address specific needs, and help students realize greater academic success and increased confidence. We're enrolling now. Individualized after-school tutoring in reading, math, history, elementary math, algebra, geometry, calculus, high school science, and study skills. For a free consultation, call 203-655-3276 or email gmcsylvan@gmail.com.
Want to learn how sponsored content can help your business? Let the HAN Network help. First of all, what is sponsored content? Well, it's a story, video, or other content compelling enough for folks to want to read it, view it, or interact with it, and it's sponsored by a business. We create this kind of content for clients all the time. We build an interesting story or video that carefully weaves your business's brand into the narrative. It might be a story about how the condominium law in New York State makes property taxes on condos much lower than in Connecticut. The sponsor is a condo developer in Westchester, New York. Or a video explaining the European roots of a cafe and yoga studio in Wilton. Or talking about the history of a brand, product, or store while showing its modern-day incarnation. Or even a poll that asks readers to answer a question that leads them to your brand. Let the HAN Network Content Studio build a story around your business.
We are at Fairfield Warde High School, and our halftime score: the Fairfield Warde Falcons lead the Fairfield Warde Mustangs lead the Fairfield Ludlowe Falcons 30-15. Leading scorer at halftime, John Kovach, is Shania Osborne. She has 12 points.
Just dominant underneath, and Warde's been able to run its offense as if they were drawing the plays on a whiteboard.
Believe it or not, the second scorer after that is the leading scorer from Ludlowe. That's Alex McKinnon with 9.
Because McKinnon's done everything for Ludlowe. It's been McKinnon, and she needs somebody to step up and help.
Deja Polk has 8 points, and Regan Steed has 6 for Ludlow. 30-15 at halftime. It was 7-0 before you really began to warm up the seats. So the Falcons have just not had the chance. Now, some of that is a credit to the really good defense of Fairfield Warde, but at the same time, Ludlow's got to hit shots.
Ludlow's got to hit shots, but Warde hasn't given them the opportunity to hit shots. Warde has run its offense and its defense as if they were practicing against air.
Well, they have been, Fairfield Warde has been terrific so far. Again, 12-0 FCIAC, 15-1 overall on the season, while Ludlowe 12-4, 9-3. They're no slouches. They just are not able to hang with the Mustangs right now.
Warde, a perennial power. Ludlowe just below them, trying to get where they hang with them. But when Warde's executing the way they executed, particularly in about the first 6 minutes of that first quarter, nobody can hang with Warde, I don't think.
Reading from the program, and I think this is important, Coaches vs. Cancer is an event to raise awareness about the importance of cancer prevention, early detection, and making healthy lifestyle choices. Our coaches are participating in the Suits and Sneakers event. This is an annual event in which coaches across the country unite for a common cause, fighting cancer, and all donations will support the American Cancer Society. Inside the program that you receive here, if you are coming here tonight, and we encourage you to do so, each player has indicated who they are playing for in honor of tonight. We'll get to the boys' game later on for sure, and we'll tell you who Fairfield Warde is playing in honor of. You might know, it might not be a stretch to figure that one name out, but we'll tell you during that game.
Nor is it a stretch when you look at the girls' roster and see how many are playing for the late Walter Fitzgerald.
Including Dave Danko and Ryan Swaller, the head coaches here at Fairfield Warde, both of the coaches, boys and girls.
And Dave Schultz.
Yes.
And Fitzy, a fixture in this gym for so long.
Second half ready to get underway. Polk will take it, and away we go from left to right. She'll be joined by Bridget O'Leary at the foul line. She gets, at the timeline, gets across that line, feeds off to Markovic. Now from the corner, it's thrown up, no good. That was Polk, and taken back the other way. I mentioned the screens being set for us by the crowd, just the way it goes. So sometimes we miss some things here at floor side. Lob down into the corner. Polk, quick ball movement. They get it off toward the elbow. Back the other way goes O'Leary, looking to run. Gets it to Steed, high off glass, no good, knocked out of bounds. Will stay with Ludlowe. They trail 30-15, 32 ticks gone second half.
They know they're not getting the opportunities, and they know that the window in which they have for that opportunity is small. I think they're rushing shots.
Peyton Brown to the free throw line. Pangallo in, out, and in. 30-17. From left to right across the timeline come the Mustangs in the white, the red, and the black, or the white, black, and the red if you so choose. Polk left side, brings it across. Here's Markovic. Markovic lobs it back up top for Cotto. Sarah Cotto, one of the captains, and out of bounds it goes. She and Markovic are marked as the captains. 1:02 gone, second half, as this gym continues to fill in, and we'll be surrounded by many of our closest friends.
It was a great atmosphere a couple years ago.
At the elbow, thrown up no good by Pangallo, and they'll bring it back the other way. Across the line comes Markovic. Markovic to the free throw line, backs it out. The deep three thrown up from downtown by Kresnici is no good. Polk gets the offensive board back as she works it all the way back out. Gives it off to Markovic. Gets near the elbow, sends it down to the baseline. That's no good and stripped away. Looking good early on, but a lot of work for Fairfield Ludlowe as we get a whistle. Blocking foul being called here. That's on Shania Osborne, her second foul, and the first team foul of the second half. Pangallo to the line. Pangallo at the stripe. First free throw up and good. So she has all 3 points here in the second half. 30-18. Amanda Schramm will check back in.
What was Ludlowe from the line in the first half?
Four of 9.
Shot rimmed out.
4 of 10. So 30-18, the score. And back it comes with Markovic. Off to Polk, right side. Polk, left hand on the dribble. Brings it back out, works it all the way over into the corner. The pass all the way across now to Markovic. That is thrown up no good. And the rebound secured down by Schramm. Looking to do some running. O'Leary sends it down low, but an errant pass taken back by Kresnici. The outlet comes to Polk. Polk driving. Polk had it blocked. Polk gets it back, though, with the quick hands, trying to get it to Osborne. And a whistle from behind. Ball was taken by O'Leary.
Was actually great defense by Kresnici on that pass from O'Leary. She came flying up the paint, jarred it loose, and then pulled it in.
Not a shooting foul, and it was on Sarah Cotto. To the right side, it goes for Pangallo. Pangallo swings left, goes to O'Leary, down low, and it's Osborne taking it away for Warde. Working it across the timeline, Markovic swings left to Polk. Into the corner it goes, down low, thrown up off glass, but no good, and a foul. So the whistle's getting used a lot. And that's on Bridget O'Leary. That's her third. First player into any form of foul trouble.
All right, what's with the second ball?
I don't know. Was kind of wondering that myself. Get Saylor on that. Here's the free throw. That is good. I mean, as it is, and this is why I'm glad Sean's microphone is disconnected, because he can't respond to this abuse I'm about to haul at him. He is the man here, John. He knows everybody.
He really does.
I mean, he walks, it's Sean Saylor time.
Oh, he does. He knows everybody.
We are not worthy of being in his presence. Second free throw from Kresnici is good. Very nice form by Ileana Kresnici. 32-18 with 5:14 to go in the third quarter. We're looking for an indication on the timeout. It's full. We'll take a break as well. 14-point game. We're back to Warde right after this. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
Kate Chaplinsky. Join us for Coffee Break, weekdays at 11 to get the latest Connecticut news, weather, high school sports, and more. News doesn't get any more local than on Coffee Break on the HAN Network.
Inside the gym at Fairfield Warde High School, Rob Adams, John Kovach, 32-18. Yes, that's you. I know you're not used to having that headset on.
I do from time to time.
You've done a few games in the winter. Didn't get to do as many in the fall because you're a busy man then.
I have a headset on then,
yeah,
too.
It's a different kind of headset.
Nobody should be listening to it.
Sailor might get to hear it on occasion. Stripped back and taken the other way from left to right. Polk throws it up underneath, though good. Osborne, the putback won't fall. They scrum for it, and it's taken away by Ludlowe. They bring it back the other way. That is a 5-foot sophomore guard who had it knocked away from her. Not exactly the height advantage, but Polk comes back and the foul. Julia Collick for Fairfield Ludlowe, the 5-foot sophomore. Polk picks up her second foul. We are not mocking the height, by the way, just making note. It'll be inbounded. Colico had it. She'll give it back to Peyton Brown. They'll play catch with the pink headband. She brings it across the line. Got the pink socks with the watermelon shoes. Look at that. The multicolored green there. Nice look. She gets it back wearing number 5. Has it up top. Goes left. Drives. Gets in. Look at her move. Thrown up. No good. Fights for it. Taken back by Osborne. Lobbed ahead. Comes down to Polk. Polk right side. Backs it out on the wing. Swings all the way back out and slows down the tempo with Markovic. Markovic, the 5'7" senior. Markovic back to Polk. They play catch. Back across it goes. Here's Markovic. Gets it over into the corner for Parisi. Back to Polk. Polk playing in honor of Juanita Custodio. And the pull up here from the free throw line, no good. But underneath, Parisi, the sophomore, who is playing in honor of Grace Parisi. And the board taken back now by Peyton Brown. Peyton Brown into the front court, fighting through a double team. Got it behind the back. Off it goes. Feeding it down low, up and in by McKinnon.
Nice move, nice shot, and that's the first basket we've seen in a while.
That is very true. We are back to 32-20 as it goes out of bounds.
When a game gets this one-sided, it just reaches this matter-of-fact point.
Yeah.
Where it's just back and forth, and it's just trading baskets to pass the time.
Which is never fun.
I mean, Ludlowe needs a huge run, and they need it quickly. Just 11 minutes left in this game.
As Krasniqi just hit John to make it 34-20. At the other end, the rebound taken back in and out, no good. They knock it out of bounds. 34-20, 3:03 to go in the third quarter here at Fairfield Warde.
Great confusion on the floor because the ball went along the side of the net, ruffled the net, but didn't go in.
Out of bounds once again. 2:58 to go, third quarter.
And I don't think the players were sure whether that had gone through or not.
5'9" senior Allison Whitlock checks back in for Fairfield Warde. She's playing in honor of April Brilvich tonight and a timeout. Spent with 2:58, another full in a 14-point game third quarter. We'll take a short break, and we're back right after this. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
Do you do a lot of running around but get nowhere when you're buying a car? Visit Pamby Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram for the one-stop buying experience and stop spinning your wheels.
We come right back in a 14-point game. Warde on top of Ludlowe, game 1 of 2 tonight. Coffee break back tomorrow. Go ahead, John.
Jim filling in a little bit. Not seeing the crowd that we anticipate for the boys' game.
No, although in talking with Seth Fry, the AD here at Warde, he said, I don't know if we're going to get the big crowd, like a big student section, in part because it is the beginning of a winter break here.
Oh.
Schools are closed. I know they're closed down toward Wilton and other parts, so some schools are closed either right now or starting with the long weekend.
That doesn't help your attendance.
It does not. Some people trying to get out of town and all for the weekend, taking it back the other way. Markovic driving, lays it up, puts it in.
Sean Saylor learning that my goal is to make Rob Adams laugh during play-by-play call.
36-20, largest lead at 16. They'll bring it over near side. John successful. Peyton Brown. Brown with the chest pass off to Steed. Steed works right side, trying to cut into this 16-point game. Back it comes. An open look for Brown. That's no good. And the hauling up threes, if that's your game, that's fine, but you got to be careful if it's desperation time.
They've been doing it all night and not hitting them, and that's part of why this is a 16-point game.
Very true. Polk, now Markovic. Markovic, left hand on the dribble, goes left side. She calls a set, swings right to Whitlock. Whitlock across to Polk. Polk takes a look with Peyton Brown in her face, goes into the corner, knocked away from Kresnici, now back to Polk. 1:52 to go, third quarter, 36-20. Deep pass down low, fighting Whitlock, and a foul in traffic. Blocking foul. Alex McKinnon, her second. Our good friend Paul Pioric with a note to us tonight along the Twitter. First, Allison Whitlock's free throw is no good. A hair strong. Interesting that the way Whitlock, as she got herself at the line, and watch it again, let's see if she does it a second time, kind of palmed the ball as if she was going to throw it baseball style before she threw up the free throw. Let's watch. And I'll read to you what our dear friend Paul Pioric, who I've gotten to know a little bit, and I know Paul and I have, we've both been in the radio biz as well at one time or another, right around some of the same parts.
Does public address for Warde, for Ludlowe. Does a great job with it.
Let's watch. There it is.
Yes.
Up. No good. She missed both. 1:44 to go. Third quarter. 36-20. Warde very much in control. Single-digit quarters so far in each case for the Falcons. Up top. Brown goes left. Down to the baseline, thrown around and taken away by Warde. Now looking for the jump ball. They don't get it. It was Whitlock who stole it away. Gets it to Polk. Polk across the timeline from left to right. Brings it across to the near side. Maria Miller waits there for Fairfield Warde. She's a 5'6" senior. 1:07 to go third quarter. They fight for it down low and stolen away by McKinnon. The 5'11" senior gets it ahead. Down to Pangallo. Went to go off glass. And the whistle will stop things. Here's the word from Paul Pioric. Here's hoping my alma mater sweeps both games. It's the first time I haven't announced the Warde Ludlowe games since 2012.
He does a great job when he's
He
on
does.
the
He does a great job. And a really good guy who like I said, I don't know him well, but we've exchanged hellos over the years, and I have great respect for his work. Bounce pass comes back out, goes right. They work it off into the corner. Here's a three. That is good. Pangallo. She has 6.
He's teaching now and having a blast doing it last time I talked to him.
Oh, that's terrific. Down at this end comes Parisi. Parisi tried to get it up off glass. No good. Half minute to go, third quarter. Bounce pass slides back out to Kresnici. Now over to Polk. Polk down to 25. She's joined in the conversation through a double team, nearly stolen away by Brown, bounces it ahead, gets it off to Parisi. Parisi feeds it across far side, and they get it over. Now out to Polk. Polk with 12. Now off to Kresnici. Is that a 3? Rattles around, doesn't matter, taken back by Pangallo. Pangallo from right to left as we're down to 4. Driving in is McKinnon with 2. With 1, it is knocked out, and a whistle with .9. Looks like Osborne picks up the foul. Her third. Fourth team foul. Here's Alex McKinnon at the line. First free throw up off the front and then off the back and rolls out. No good.
They are not helping themselves from the line, and they're not helping themselves from the field, and that's never going to work for you.
3 of 6 at the stripe.
Ouch.
Allison Whitlock comes back in, replacing Kresnici. 0.9 remaining, third quarter. 36-23, second free throw coming up, and that's good. Wasn't pretty. 0.9, the inbound, does come into Polk, and that's the end of the third quarter. 36-24, Fairfield Warde leading Ludlowe after 3. We will start quarter number 4 right after this. Come on back and visit us here at Fairfield Warde High School for this Coaches versus Cancer evening right here. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
Denali is your outdoor retail destination in the Westfield Trumbull Mall. For the last 21 years, we have carefully selected clothing, footwear, and gear from a variety of the best outdoor brands, such as the North Face, Patagonia, Vineyard Vines, UGG, Merrell, GoPro, New Balance, and many more. Our stores have a friendly, knowledgeable staff to help you with all of your running, hiking, and cold weather needs, and in discovering all things outdoorsy and awesome. Visit us in the Westfield Trumbull Mall or online at denalioutdoor.com.
Not exactly the offensive explosion in the third quarter with John Kovach. I'm Rob Adams. 9-6. That's it.
Raw.
And actually, Ludlowe had the better of it.
But Warde continued to exert its dominance. I think Warde eased up a little bit. I don't know that was their intent. I think psychologically they did a bit. I think you could see it in the pace that they played. They don't have to play as lights out as they might want to. But really, when they had to, if Ludlowe threatened to string a couple baskets together, they were able to make sure that never happened.
Peyton Brown will inbound it. The 5'7" junior will inbound, standing right in front of us as we start quarter number 4. She takes a look and does lob it into the backcourt. Finds Steed. Steed from right to left crosses the timeline. Deja Polk on her. Goes left side. Now brings it across. Gets it over to Bridget O'Leary. O'Leary up top. McKinnon. McKinnon from downtown. Good. A little life. 36-27. And the lead back down to 9. Here's Osborne to answer. 38-27. The lead goes back to 11. 7:25 to go, fourth quarter, 11-point game. Right side, looked like that was knocked around. Maybe Osborne got a hand on it, as was so. McKinnon. Polk will bring it back the other way from left to right. Gets across, brings it near side. Waiting there is Markovic. Markovic, a couple of fakes, gets down near the baseline, all the way back up top. Polk for a 3. Oh, that's good. Just like that, the lead back to 14. And a whistle will spin it around. 6:54 to go. Amanda Schramm checking back in for Ludlowe. 5'7" sophomore. Still more people filing in for the boys' game. Got it across the timeline, and it's controlled by Schramm. Schramm hands it off, gives it to Pangallo. Pangallo and Steed now. Steed to the left side. Steed driving to the blocks, spinning around, and looks like it was back at the other end.
Osborne with the strip, and then she stepped on the baseline and gives it right back.
6.5 to go as McKinnon checks back in. Out goes Schramm. On the inbound, comes into O'Leary. O'Leary getting it down low to Brown, but Osborne fingers all over it. Osborne has had herself quite a game.
Dominant.
Shania Osborne, just a junior, playing in honor of Sherry Anderson tonight. As this is a Coaches versus Cancer evening. A lot of pink to be found in the room, as you can see if you're watching on the HAN network. And I say if you're watching because there are those who still choose to listen for one reason or another, driving in and laying it up and in off glass. Peyton Brown has her first 2 of the night.
Well, the beauty of how we do it is you can watch it and then listen to it.
I was ready for the ball. Looked, here it came, bouncing right to us. None of you were flinching toward it.
Wasn't that close.
No, it really wasn't that close. Actually, there was a fine play by someone cutting across. I'm actually kind of intrigued considering this is an active walkway, and quite often when action goes on, they won't allow the walkway to be active. They will shut the walkway down until whistles, but easier said than done. Out of bounds it goes. I just saw the note coming across, and I just lost it. Anthony Pirelli reports Darien has tied it up. Second period, 2-2. Good game going on between Warde and Don Bosco of New Jersey. And the free throw here, up and good.
That didn't want to fall.
Oh, it wanted to fall. It just wanted to tease. Peyton Brown will get another 41-30. And a go Warde from Paul Pioric. You got it, my friend. Free throw, no good. Says we're doing a good job, by the way. I'm still kind of men's on that one. No, I kid. Great work here by everybody here tonight. Swinging right to Markovic. Getting to the free throw line, Osborne. The touch pass goes down low, but out of bounds. It'll be spun back the other way. 5:16 to go. Fourth quarter, 41-30.
It's easy to forget this is a single-digit lead. And I don't think it's gotten closer than 9 in a long, long time.
It was 36-27 early in the quarter as we get a blocking foul called here.
Rob, I see some wrestling jackets and shirts around. We've got wrestling coming up.
Shania Osborne, John, picks up her fourth. We get a timeout here. Let's stay here for the moment just so we can talk about wrestling, and that will be Saturday. Let's tell you about the schedule, in fact. Game 2 is the boys' game coming up later on here tonight. Looking forward to that one. Game 3 of our kind of 4-game quadruple header, if you will, over the next 3 days is tomorrow as we go to Wilton High School. We'll watch the Brian McMahon Senators, who are stumbling right now and falling out of the FCIAC playoff contention at the moment.
Amazing.
It is amazing. And they have got a huge game tomorrow night against the Wilton Warriors, who are also trying to get themselves deeper into playoff contention. That's tomorrow night at 7 o'clock from the Zioli Fieldhouse. Then Saturday at 4 from New Canaan High School, the FCIAC Wrestling Championships right here on the HAN Network.
Bill Bloxham will be on the call with you for the wrestling. Just a joy to listen to. Just really explains the sport, that you'll learn something. If you go into that not knowing a lot about high school wrestling, you'll learn something by the end of it.
Well, Bill Bloxham, remarkable, and also fighting off a flu bug right now. Just saw another note come across that I want to try to report to you in a moment. Down low, Osborne takes it away. It'll be swung back the other way. DHS boys ice hockey reporting a big effort by Scott Voigt. That led to a Riley Mullen goal, and it's 2-2 as I said in that game. So that is a fun game to keep an eye on tonight. And I just saw a Hannah DeBalsey note that I'm going to try to get to in a moment. Down low it goes, up off glass, and able to throw it in is Kresnici. 43-30. Every time Ludlowe begins to toy with it, there is a big three from Brown. So now it's 43-33. As I started to say, every time they begin to dabble into single digits in the deficit, Warde able to answer. 10-point game, 4:20 remaining, fourth quarter. Scrumming for it. Steed had it, and now they work it across. Brown's got to save it. Does she? She does. O'Leary's got it to bring it up. They can cut it inside 10. Down it goes to McKinnon. Out O'Leary. Here's a three coming. No good. Able to get it and fall out of bounds was Markovic, and it'll go the other way. Thrown all the way down to Parisi. It's good, and a foul.
Had a feeling that would end with a foul somewhere. It got out of control.
Peyton Brown will pick up the foul.
4 on the team.
The Class Double L champ in CT track in the 1600. Wait for it. It'll come as no surprise. The bonus, good. She just wins everything. Your friend and mine, Hannah DeBalzi.
I hadn't seen her till a week ago when we were covering the FCIAC track finals. It's amazing how effortless her domination is.
Really impressive. There's a 3 hauled up. That's Regan Steed. So again, now 46-36. They fight for it down low. That's good and a foul for Osborne.
What ball movement. Back and forth and back and forth. Slalom up the court by Warde till they got it to Shania Osborne, who finishes the play.
Alex McKinnon picks up the foul, her third. It'll send Osborne to the line. This free throw is good.
For all the whistles and all the fouls, it's shocking no one's in foul trouble worse than they are. I think 3 is the max.
It's 4 now with Osborne. To the far side into the corner. That's a 3. That's good. Peyton Brown feeling it. Again, the lead back to 10, but 3 minutes remaining. I truly hear the Rolling Stones singing. Time is not on their side, as we paraphrase. To the right side. Bounce pass goes inside. Here's Osborne. She gets it back in the blocks, drives baseline off glass. She leads in and a foul. McKinnon will pick up number 4. Osborne, it's her world. 51-38.
Just telling McKinnon, this is my baseline. I'm driving to the hoop. You are not stopping me. And she's done it all night.
I believe this will be for point number 19 for Osborne. 2:42 remaining, fourth quarter. Free throw up, and that is no good. We got a whistle as they fought for it, and a push. So the free throw no good. (51-38) the score. And Kresnici picks up her third foul. Cell phones are flying. Cats and dogs having trouble getting along. I mean, it's just chaos here. No, I'm kidding. Everything's fine. A youngster to our left lost the handle on a cell phone, but no harm. To the line goes Julia Pangallo with 2:42 to go. Free throw up. No on the 1-and-1.
Bounced around inside the rim, but never dropped.
Those rims, unfriendly. As some of the Warde boys begin to gather down to our right, and some glorious hair gathers to our left. Free throw up, or rather 3 up and good from Markovic. 54-38, and the hair belongs to Chris Callan, by the way. Back out it goes to Steed. Steed between the circles, goes right. Now they feed it down low. Pangallo to the baseline, knocked out of bounds. It will go with Warde. Lead back to 16 and 2:08 to go. I do believe the lights are starting to get turned out on this one. Polk in the backcourt. Polk across the timeline. Looks to her right, drives, and another whistle with 1:57 to go. It's on Regan Steed. I had it as her first foul, and I believe it is. Scoreboard says first. Free throw coming from Polk. Off the front of the rim and in. Sometimes the ball will just will its way in. That was one. Polk to the line for her second. That's up and good. And a timeout taken with 1:57 remaining. That's a full. We'll take a break. Back for the final 1:57 after this. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
Find over 1,000 special stories at Hospital for Special Surgery. Go to hss.edu/backinthegame.
I was jogging 5 months after my cartilage tear.
Skiing a year after hip surgery.
And playing grandma 4 weeks after hip replacement.
One special hospital, 1,000 special stories. See Connecticut patients at hss.edu/CT.
Back for the final 1 minute and 57 seconds here at Fairfield Warde High School. Did you win the 50-50?
I never buy a ticket when I'm on because I'm afraid I won't be able to get over and claim it.
Send him over.
You think I'm seeing that money?
Sean Saylor would get you the money.
He would. Sean would. I'd take care of Sean.
I actually think Chris Kalin would give you the money. Eric Gendron, on the other hand, oh no, that money's gone. That money's off for a post-game party for a couple of us. 1:57 remaining, 56-38.
Stay tuned after this. We'll be bringing you the boys' game.
We will. Now, what will happen is we'll finish up business here in the first game. We will shut down for a couple of minutes just to reset, and then we will be back with you for the second game. Colica will bring it in. In it comes to Steed. Steed from right to left with 1:52 to go. 56-38. Here's Steed for three. That is too strong. Taken back, though, by McKinnon. McKinnon swings right, goes to Pangallo. Pangallo, a little foot fake. Now she works it around, spins back, gets toward the baseline. Tried to knock it around, but it got knocked the other way and out of bounds to Seth Fry. 1:36 remaining. 56-38. Steed on the inbound, now into the corner. That bounces around, no good. Off the three by Peyton Brown. They'll bring it back the other way with Markovic. Markovic into the corner. Here's a three. That falls. So Cotto able to make it 59-38. 21 being the largest of the evening, and we're down to 109. Stepping ahead is Peyton Brown. Brown takes a look, feeds it back out. Taken back by Brown. Brown to the baseline. Now a three coming. That is too strong from Pangallo. Goes out of bounds. 55 remaining, fourth quarter.
It's a 21-point game with less than a minute to go, and Warde just relentlessly ceasing. They never cease to move on defense. Constantly rolling and marking. Go ahead. Sorry,
as
Rob.
Polk and a few others begin to make their way out of the game. In it comes to Markovic. Markovic from left to right. Steps across the timeline with 49 to go. Goes to the far side. Bounce pass comes all the way over, and a couple of bounces. Comes to Cotto. Cotto drives, gets to the block, sends it inside to the lane to Whitlock. Whitlock backs it out, and it goes to Maria Miller, the 5'6 senior. Down to a half minute to go. Fourth quarter, 59-38. On the spin around, going right side. Here's Whitlock. Whitlock left hand on the dribble. Takes a look, fights it back out. That looks like Cotto. Or maybe it is, indeed it is Markovic. Markovic with 17, they'll try to dribble it out. The Warde bench on their feet, kind of happy. Getting it to Osborne, who survived with the fouls. Down to 10 as they begin to count this one out here. This game 1 of 2. Down to 3, taken away. Back the other way it goes. Thrown up at the buzzer, and it's over. 59-38, Fairfield Warde. An outstanding performance by the Mustangs.
Led that flag to flag, Rob.
They did. Never a doubt on the night. Now in the second game, it'll be the boys' game, and just as a reminder, do yourself a favor, because it doesn't always seem that obvious. Just hit that refresh button on your browser to get the picture all nice and squared away here, and we'll be ready to go with game number 2. We're going to take a break before we come back and wrap up this game. 59-38, Fairfield Warde, a 21-point victory. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
At the Darien Sports Shop, we are very excited about our newly redesigned men's department. Gentlemen, if you're shopping for work, weekend, or wedding, we've got the latest styles and trends. inside our spacious new department just for you. We have vast selections from Peter Millar, Vineyard Vines, Johnny O, Duckhead, Barber, and so much more. And you can even walk out of the store in the new Wolverine 1,000-mile men's boot. Conveniently located with free and easy parking at 1127 Post Road, Darien, Connecticut. Or shop us online at dariensport.com.
Hi, I'm Rob Adams with my good friend Donald Eng, and we're the home team for Nutmeg Sports Monday through Wednesday at 2 o'clock right here on the HAN Network. We are the place for all things Connecticut sports, so come hang out with us on Nutmeg Sports. Don? They don't call him the best color man in the game for nothing. Nutmeg Sports, 2 o'clock Monday through Wednesday right here on the HAN Network.
I'm Denise DiGregoli, the host of The Drive on the HAN Network. Join me Tuesdays for some motivational, intelligent talk with a little humor as we visit with people who live their lives mindfully. Tune in to The Drive live on Tuesdays, 12:30, here on the HAN Network.
You are watching the HAN Network, and you're not alone. Nearly 500,000 viewers enjoyed our broadcasts in the first 5 months. Advertise on the network that reaches Fairfield County, Connecticut's most engaged audience. Contact Jessica Murrin, Advertising Director, at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Welcome back to Fairfield Warde High School. Once again, final score 59-38. An impressive job by Fairfield Warde as they improve to 16-1 overall and 13-0 in the FCIAC. Rob Adams, John Kovach, our entire crew here at Fairfield Warde High School. Some quick numbers for you. Shania Osborne with 19 points in this game. She led all scorers. Deja Polk had 13, and Ileana Kresnici had 10 to lead the Mustangs. On the other side, Alex McKinnon had 15 for the Falcons.
Falcons never in it. I mean, Warde came out, did what they wanted to do from start to finish, and it shows in the final score.
With all that said and done, we are going to wrap this broadcast, get ready for game number 2 as we say goodnight, and we'll say that'll do it from Fairfield Warde High School. This is the end of game 1 of 2. We will reset. We will come back for game 2, the boys game, coming up in a little bit. Refresh your browsers, and we'll be back. Chris Kalin, John Kovach, Dan Gardella, and I will have the call for you. Once again, the final score, Fairfield Warde 59 and Fairfield Ludlowe 38. Stick around for game number 2 coming up in a mere matter of minutes. For our entire crew and our broadcast team on game number 1, including our director Eric Gendron, John Kovach, and for all of them and everyone else, I'm Rob Adams, talking to you in just a little bit. Game 2, the boys, coming up from Fairfield Warde High School. Stick around, we're back in a bit on the HAN Network. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
The preceding has been a presentation of the HAN Network, the leader for local news, sports, and entertainment in Fairfield and Westchester counties. This is the HAN Network, the leader for local news, sports, arts, and entertainment in southwestern Connecticut and beyond.